Wednesday at Joe Daddy's. It's Wednesday at Joe Daddy's, and I'm not sure why. This Wednesday at Joe Daddy's, thank you for being here. I'm Joe Daddy, and you're not, but you could be one of Joe Daddy's celebrity guests coming soon. You could be. All right, let me see what we got here. Let's see if we can get this up and rolling. I'm Joe Daddy, and you're not, but you could be one of Joe. Yep. I think I got this rolling. Hello, Striper. What's going on? I'm trying to adjust my situation here. Man, some of these are so much. All right, Can you hear me all right? Can you hear me, Mr. Striper? Yes, I guess you can. Well, that's weird there. I'm trying to get this fixed, cinched up right here. Look at this. Oh, there we go. Maybe that's perfect. Man, I got you coming and going. My icon pick changed automatically. Yes. That's good to know. I didn't get a, because I was lame today, I did not get my, what the hell I'm trying to say here? I didn't get my IG, my Instagram story out, and that's on me. That's on me. Testing. We're good to go. Striper, you got me. All right. Well, let's see what the cat will drag in this morning. I don't have any cats, so, whatever that means. I should perhaps take down my overhead light. You think overhead down? I can shoot it like this. Yeah, then it's warmer, It's just me. Take the overhead down. Your icon pick changed automatically. Do you know who that is in the picture? Can you tell enough from that photograph who it is? Can you do it? Do you know who it is? Good morning. Where is the hot clickbait chick from the thumbnail? Okay, sounds good, Striper, thank you. Yep, you can see it. Nope. I never got to come here. Okay, well, you know what? Let's see what the thumbnail looks like. I request thumbnails from the lovely ladies who are members here, and sometimes they send too large a photo. So if the photo is up and it's too large, but I know who it is, and I'll tell you who it is. Tarina. Good morning, Joe from San Diego, California. It is very early in San Diego. Very early. Can you guys hear all right? Is the tone good? Because my headset stopped. There's something about this cord. I don't know what's going on. I could put another one in here. So long as you can hear me. Can you hear me really well? Yeah, okay. All right. I'm modulating, so that must mean somebody can hear me. Let's see. Who is in? Let me pull up the. My volume is slightly low. All right. Is this better? Let's see what we got. Is that a little better? Maybe that's better. Is everything better now? Is it a little better? Tell me. Well, no, it's okay. I mean, I have to hear that because I couldn't get my headsets for some reason doing their thing, and I don't know why. Let me try it again. Maybe if I plug it in differently, like in the socket there, because it's weird, huh? It's weird. Why isn't that working? Let's see. That shouldn't matter. Shouldn't matter at all. Man, I never had any trouble with this thing. but I don't think there's trouble now. It's just I think it's operator issues. Me. I probably have something muted somewhere that I don't realize, and that's Boswell. Everything is better with you has thank you. If this is a public service announcement, remember to always, no, never drive while drinking. This public service announcement has been brought to you by Joe Daddy. So Joe, listen, it's not Joe Mama, it's Joe Daddy. All right, so what's everybody doing today? Let me see who is around. Striper's here, we know, and JMR's desk is here. Jimmer's desk. Mr. Desk, Mrs. Desk, I'm not sure. I can't see the photo clear enough because they're so tiny. That looks like a young lady there, so we're going to go with that. Mrs. Desk. Mr.'s Desk. Anyway. You just arrived at work. Mr., sorry. See? But the latency is better, doesn't drag as much. Me and my dog. Is that what's in the picture? Okay. It's you and your dog. My dog's a girl. That bitch. Oops. I did not mean to say that. I just said it and it came out of my mouth as if I didn't even know what I was doing here. It's hard when I'm not listening to myself, because when I hear myself and then I know I sound ridiculous. Whose voice is this anyway? Here's your public service announcing voice. It is, today is Wednesday, December 18th. Well, that's good. I'm glad I can see that far. Oh, she was a sweetie. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that she is no longer with you. Your dog's a girl. She was a sweetie. Okay. I'll take that to mean that she's not with us any longer. Joe Unfiltered. That's right, Taria. You wake up over there early in the morning in San Diego, California, near La Jolla, La Jolla, for those uninitiated. La Jolla. Ahoy, matey. La Jolla, matey. Spelled completely different, but we're not going to get into that today. I wish we were getting into my microphone, but something will dawn on me. Joe, what are you doing? Why are you waving your hands? I talk with my hands because in reality, my hands are the only part of me that listen. See, they react to me. Sit down. See? See how that is? You've got to be skilled and experienced to maneuver your hands the way I can. I have experienced hands. They are experienced, yeah. It's Joe Unfiltered. Joe Unfiltered. Well, that's what you get today. It's a Joe Daddy, and we are in the holiday season. Is everyone in the holiday spirit? I'm not in the holiday spirit unless I have some spirits. Not the kind that float around I see in the house. I'm talking about the ones that you can pour into a glass. Or drink from the bottle, I mean. It is Wine Wednesday. Wednesday. You know, in case you're wondering, if you woke up in a fog because you've been on a bender. What's a bender? Mind bender? Frank, who is it? Frank, who is it? Who were the mind benders? J. Frank Wilson and no, those are the Cavaliers. I don't know. Striper will remind me. Striper, you're out there. You know all those old groups like I do. Well, it's early in the morning. Not that early. Not as early as it is for Torino over there on the left coast. And politics are heating up as they do on the left coast. Hey, interesting comment from the one and only Robert De Niro. I think he should stick to acting rather than throwing disparaging marks at people's children. But, you know, he's older than me. great actor. So I think you should just, stay in your lane, dude. You know what I mean? Stay in your lane, dude. That's it. Everybody should stay in your lane, man. I mean, come on. All right, that's for you, Tarina, out there in Cali, whatever that means. Okay. So, we have an interesting variety of people here today, Striper. Do you know, it's interesting that we haven't reached our usual suspects. So we're happy to have all of you with us today, unless everyone, to screw me up, changed their names. Yeah. Oh, Tarina, thank you. Tarina, are you, let me see, married to, or are you Filipino? Or, no, I could be making a mistake. No, I'm trying to remember friends of mine and their last names. Or Thai or Vietnamese. You're going to say to me, no, I'm from Wisconsin, and I'm from the middle. I'm from Wisconsin, and I'm born and raised in Wisconsin. Well, that's a very interesting last name. I like that last name. I wish I could pronounce it, Sisufanto. Yes. What group are you having trouble remembering? Oh, it's Wayne Fontana and the Mindbenders. It just came to me when you asked me. I'm close. Okay. Malaysia. No, Indonesia. Oh, that you're helping me out. Okay. All right, look. Hey, come on. That's not what this is about, but I just, brought it up. I think it's a lovely name. I grew up with Johnsons, Adams, and Smiths. So whenever I see a name like that, I'm like, wow, that's pretty cool. From Laos. No. Laos? No. Cambodia. I don't know. I know you are American first, of course. Yes, Striper, you're referring to our friends today? This is good. It's great that we have so many people that are stopping in from around the globe, even though they're here. But California's around the globe. Usually by this time we hear from Welsh Lassie in Wales, or Claire in the UK, also in the UK, but in England. We have friends from all over. Yes, Laos. Laos, okay. Okay, good. And Laos is in Cambodia, correct? I seem to remember all that stuff. But we're happy you're here. We sure are. Do you usually, what brings you to us today? I would have remembered your last name, I think, or maybe it's been a while since you've been here. But you seem to know me. You said Joe, which I like. I actually like to hear my name mentioned. Oh, Joe Daddy. Not long, bath time and relax. Yeah, it sounds like you've been very relaxed lately. You got to get on your job, do your dissertation or your thesis, whatever you're working on, and get some more photos out. You're not just taking off now, and you're not suddenly, unless you got married in the last 24 hours, you have no excuse. You're most likely okay, Striper's flying to New York on Monday. Have a flight booked and everything. Having missed Thanksgiving in Florida, I might decide to stay in at the last minute. Oh yeah, well, I got you. Listening to Joe Daddy in the bath. Ooh, splash. Let me hear that water splash and go like this. Ooh, come on, I know you're doing it. Ooh. All right. Finished me dissertation. It's not in English, I know. Let's see. Um, you've been watching. You're the one who's creeping around at night. That's okay with me. It freaks Angela out, though. Since you have school. Well, Tarina, I'm glad that you're here. And, well, you should stop in. Well, you're on a break from school because of the holiday, so it's terrific that you're here. And we'll have not a special Christmas performance. Christmas falls on a Wednesday, so I'll be around just doing the show and, making the usual fool of myself. Congrats, Sarah. That is good. It's good that you finished that. You got that out of the way. Now you have nothing to do but play. I'm sensing that is already in full force. How about that 3-month buffer? How's that working out for you? You little... Okay. You caught the 12-hour stream last year, or this year. Did we do that? I did a 12-hour stream. Was that New Year's? I don't remember when that was. Well, we may try, maybe I'll try one again, the New Year's Eve. But we could have a drive. It could be a drive to raise awareness and funds for our mission. Or it could just be 12 hours of me sleeping. But you know me, you put that camera on, I'm not going to be asleep. Yes, the 3 months. Oh, yeah, I don't buy it for a minute. I don't know what you're clinging to. You're clinging to. You're clinging. You want to make sure it's real. I hate to be talking in code or out of school here with some of my friends, because some, of course, I know for a long time. Apologies to those who also know them for a long time. Okay. Where's Elizabeth? Elizabeth! The lovely Elizabeth is here. Hey, do you know who our thumb girl is today? Joe Daddy's girl, which, by the way, we're coming out with the shirts and the mugs. Angela is working on the font. She said that's a layperson said. It's typography. Hey, so hit me. What did I didn't know it's typography. I thought it was topography. I thought we were talking about mountains and such, and it was lovely, and I really enjoyed that. But then it's actually font. There's not much font in the mountains. A lot of fonting going on, but, I'm in the trees and the woods, whatever. All right, so learning time. You have a lovely day too, Tarina. Thank you so much for stopping in. I look forward to seeing you again soon. Thank you. Tarina, ladies and gentlemen, from the state out there on the left coast, the grandest of them all, California. In SoCal, actually. She's in San Diego. All right. Well, that was interesting. It was nice that we had some new people here for a while, right? Striper. So, Striper, you're not sure if you're going to go to New York or you're just going to stick around at home because you left the fam at Thanksgiving. I know. I know. Wishing you all a wonderful holiday season. Whatever you worship, whomever you worship, wherever your imagination takes you, be safe. There goes the jumping in the tub Welsh lassie. She's going to lose Nutbuster authorization here if she doesn't start showing up more often. So she'll catch us later. I remember the days when all she wanted to do was text and Skype and those things. And we know what interferes with that. Romance. Why I ought to just disown her. But I won't. Because she'll be needing me again someday. but I'm very happy for my very dear friend, Sarah. So, Sarah, smile. And have a wonderful, wonderful day. You're cavorting or whatever you're doing. Probably handing out leftist pamphlets or something like that. We want our independence. But in Wales, it goes like this. And that means we want our independence. You're debating. Are you talking to yourself about this one, Striper? You might want to ask Robert Stack. Striper, if you get on that subway platform, we may never see you again. We don't want that to happen, because we have a date to meet at Margaritaville for a beverage of our choice, or 7. Right? Let's not let it get beyond too far into the new year. What do you say? It'd be nice just to zip down there and meet you. Have some fun. So how's the other thing going? You can private text me, or you can tell me just yay or nay, or you're working on it still. Oh yeah, if a nice snowstorm. Well, you go to New York, you can have all of that. I lived in New York. Of course, I lived in the north for most of my life, and I hate the snow. I mean, I do not like it. I shoveled tons of snow in my life. I've driven through snow, slush, that walked through with, stepped in those big, oh, that looks like it's ice. It's not. You go in the puddle and it fills your shoe. Nice. It gets so, the nice snow you see in the movie White Christmas is beautiful. It's fluffy, it's white, it's beautiful, but in reality, in New York City, there's soot and there's dog and there's splashes. And when you walk up to the corner to cross the road, the street, you must stand back by the building, because these assholes will just drive right through, hit a puddle, they don't care, and so you got to make sure you have your rubbers on. Interesting name for boots and galoshes and whatever, rubbers. Condoms for your feet. So if it snows, you know what I mean. Striper's going. He's not going to miss a party. Oh, I mean, real snow, weather snow. That's what we're talking about. We're not talking about the candy of choice in the 70s and 80s. That's right, Striper. Be careful on the platform. Robert Stack. Robert Snack. That's what Angela says, Robert Snack. It'd be Robert Kiss or Robert Smack. Or that is also a 70s term for, we'll just stay out of the 70s. To have survived the 70s and 80s is an accomplishment unto itself. No, I was not into those things. The things I was into, well, you probably know. All right, so let's see what else we got. I understand just these eternal Florida summers are intense. Yes, well, but for me, I like the heat. But it is really hot down here. But in Florida, we get that afternoon shower and the winds, the trade winds and things of that nature. I've said this before. My friends in the north say, Joe, how can you play golf down there in the heat? I said, well, what's the temperature up there? 95 and humid. Welcome to Florida. Summertime in Washington, D.C. is miserable. Any time in Washington, D.C., apparently, these days is terrible. Edward, hello from the Philippines. Yes, real snow. I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about. I know what you mean. Snow to the people. Snow for the people. The snow people. Something like that. Robert Snack. That's right. You ought to take a snack with Robert Snack. Hello, this is Unresolved Mysteries. I'm Robert Snack. Who stole Captain Bly's strawberries? I'm Robert Snack, and we'll be back with more in a moment. Some of you would know what I'm talking about. Some of you. I think I'm having a conversation with Striper. Yes, a striper is also known as a rockfish. It's short for striped bass. It's interesting, I was talking to one of our friends from France here, who we don't see very much anymore. Irene, I hope you are around listening, and chime in, please, dear. I think she has band practice today. She's a musician, a singer, a musician and a singer. I always think a singer is a musician because, you know, the vocal cords, the voice is an instrument. It is an instrument. Just try taking opera singing lessons. That used to wear me out. Would not be my forte. I was more a song and dance guy. What good is sitting alone in your own? That's, well, you know, Ethel Merman. But I was having this this need to something I always wanted to do, so I was practicing because I can do it here. But Angela, okay, follow me. Angela will not wet me. Angela says nobody wants you to be a ventriloquist, but you know what? I can do it, and I'm looking to. I may buy a dummy. To her response, though, her response was that, well, yeah, a dummy with a dummy. You know, I'm not sure what she meant. I forgot to eat. I do that a lot. I forget to eat. But Edward is in the Philippines. I've not been to the Philippines, although many friends I've had over the years were born there. Some wonderful people. As a matter of fact, I'm living where I am now because of one of my friends who's a nurse, had a house down the street. And my ex and I were invited here to play golf. And we pulled in this place. She was a, she was, or is, I would say is, unless she retired an emergency room or a transplant nurse in the OR. So, very smart lady and loved to play golf. So we came up here. I was staying at a friend's place down in Jupiter, Florida, about 35 minutes. And we decided to come up, still very much in South Florida. South Florida is a big area, as Striper knows. So I drove in this place and went, wow, this is cool. So we pulled in. I love their house. This is where I need to be. And here I am. They had the house on the corner, and they moved. I'm still here, though. So I pulled in because, you know, they had the golf courses right here. It's a golfing destination for some people. It's home for me. So, you know, that's the deal. Yes, Irene is very cool. Yes, she's terrific. I really like her. I wish she was around. I don't know what happened to her, where she is. I could just, you know, send her on Discord or that card. Discord. If any of you are on Discord, make sure, as soon as we get someone here who can give me I could do it, but it's better for us to have one of our Nutbusters give you the information. I know Striper could too, but Striper, relax. Anyone lurking who has a Discord account or would like to chat with all of the peeps here after this is over and around the clock, whenever, they're on those things all the time. You want to join Joe Daddy's server. It's Joe Daddy's, not Joe Mama's server. That's the dad joke that we use. I use ad nauseum, just in case you're wondering. Okay. Selena. Selena. Am I right? I hope so. I checked it this morning. There's someone else who may chime in that I met yesterday, and she has an interesting name. Selena's a beautiful name, by the way, and it's easy to remember. It's just that, I'm a veg, Danny. What movie is that from? I'm a veg, Danny. Right. Hey, and you got my name right, too. Thanks. Selena, everyone. S branch. It's the Selena branch of the service for the viewing public and the viewing privates. Not viewing privates. It's, I better let it go. Yeah. The rank and file, the privates. There he goes again. So, yay for the ventriloquist or nay, which means I'm going to have to practice at home here. The beauty of this is I can watch the screen and I can actually get it so my lips hardly move. But I've also learned, because I take things, when I get on a kick, I strangle it. I work at it so hard that I have some notes here. There's certain words that you don't use because there's a different word you can use that doesn't require a B. Those are hard to do. I have to go back, you might say. I have to leave. The L's are easy. I have to leave. L's are easier, but B is tough. Eve Adams. You just finished your last exam and you came to spend your relief with us. I'm sure you did very well, Eve. You're lovely, so there's no reason why I should think otherwise. Because really, the prerequisite for getting good grades is beauty. Inside and out, it doesn't matter in what form, but that's what makes us who we are. Not who we are. That just, let it go. I have no idea where I'm going with that. But the lovely Eve Adams has finished her last exam, and we are happy. That means she's on holiday. For those of you in the UK, she's on vacation here, or school break. Now, speaking of school breaks, has anyone ever gone away for spring break? Please let me know. I want to know where you went. Yes, let me know where you have gone on spring break. How is the weather in Florida, Selena? The weather is, well, today, golf is off the docket because it's raining today. I think we have a little bit of rain today. Today it's 65. It's a little cooler. Right now it's 71 degrees, but it's going up to about 75. It's beautiful, but 65% chance of rain. So we will not play golf today. Tomorrow, 20% chance. Yes, and I'm going to the chiropractor today, so, so that's it. The weather's very nice. It's cold in Tennessee. Another great state. I love Tennessee. All of my experiences in Tennessee, well, they're memorable. Many, many, many years ago in Nashville and Memphis. I've been in Knoxville because you go Knoxville, Nashville, Memphis, I think it is. And the Great Smoky Mountains, isn't that it? Yeah, it's just beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful country. Oh, you went to Disney World with 4 other guys when you were in college. It's 31 in Tennessee right now. Wow. Who was in Michigan? Who chimed in from Michigan? Michigan. 31 in Tennessee, but the spring and the summers and falls are beautiful in Tennessee. It's going to be 22 Fahrenheit tomorrow. Frown on that one there. So let's see now. Eve, you're in Michigan? No, wait. No. Yes, Michigan. No. Who's in Michigan? I mean, it's hard for me to keep up sometimes because you're all just talking. Oh, it's cold in Michigan. Anybody wants to know? I was in Michigan one of the coldest weekends. I spent about a month one weekend in Detroit, Michigan. It was when the professional football stadium was the Pontiac Superdome. I think it was called the Superdome, Pontiac, whatever dome. It's been torn down, and it was cold. There was a Super Bowl there, and I stayed in Windsor, Ontario, across the river. It was frigid. I mean, it was so cold. That river was almost completely frozen. Unbelievable. So cold. This year, the Super Bowl is closer to Striper, but I could certainly get there. I know my team won't be there, but I always like to watch a Super Bowl. It is in Miami, Florida, at the Miami Stadium. Hard Rock Stadium, I think, or something like that. Okay, you're in Jackson. Jackson, where? Jackson, Mississippi? No. Jackson Hole, Wyoming? No. Oh, that's right. Geez, in Ottawa. Yes, I should put little pins up on the map of where everybody is and your photo. We should do that. There'll be a quiz later, so remember that, everyone. Mm-hmm. Yes, that it'd be chilly in Ottawa. Ottawa. Are you an Ottawa Rough Riders fan? Do you know who they are? Of course you do. Ottawa. 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 All right. I wouldn't even try saying Ottawa in Welsh because it might sound like when you screech on the brakes, to avoid rear-ending someone. I mean, assuming you're in a car, that's what we're talking about, the rear-ending part. Okay, Eve, thank you very much. I don't know if they exist either. I mean, I'm just, there is movement. Well, I heard a conversation, let's just say that, on the radio that the NFL could really use, because a lot of Canadians are NFL football fans. And there are some that still enjoy Canadian football, but that the NFL should put an infusion of cash into the Canadian Football League, bring it up to standards. Change the rules, though, to America for the NFL. In order to do this, they'd have to change the rules to the NFL. And I heard a Canadian say, you know, I like our rules, but if it meant that we were going to get, you know, have reciprocity with the NFL and move players around and things like that, and have the strength of the NFL as our, you know, overall, because when they try these other leagues, they don't work. But the Canadian Football League's been around a long time, so the NFL should go in there and reinforce it and make it even better than it is, more popular. Then you have every week NFL teams maybe coming in. You know, expand to Canada is what I'm saying. You know, oh, you don't know anything about football. Well, you use a little stick and you, no. The CFL needs some help. Well, the NFL can certainly help. They have plenty of money. Now, if I was the NFL, I would help you out. But NFL for me means not for long. So CFL for me would mean cookies for life. Cookies free. I don't know. You know. The cup has arrived. Hey, no one mentioned anything about the Joe Daddy girl today. Do you know who it is? Anyone? Take a guess, please. I may have to do this. Let me get a new window. And by the way, I'm using my old browser today, and it works fine. I had not restarted my computer in like 3 months. So, all right, now you got the YouTube. Let me go to my Chalanel. OC. Oh yeah, that's good. What we're doing it. Oh, it's live now. Uploads live. Do you know who that is? Striper, do you know who it is? Let me just say that, well, let me say this about that. You know what I'm going to say, don't you? I know the face is cut off. Look, here's the deal. I request thumbnails. So the thumbnail arrives. I'm not going to go through, you know, a thumbnail is only just little KBs, you know what I mean? I get these big files. So I put it on there and I was going to take it down, but actually it's a rather endearing photo. It's a kind of a seductive photo, more of a photo that represents the person it is. And I have a name for her that I want you to put, like you put Kathy the Cup. We're going to give her a name. And I just thought of it all by myself. And this will give away who it is, okay? You can't tell by the boobies. Usually you can, you devil, you. I know you can. You can tell by the butt. I can by the butt. But here we go now. If we were to name anyone, well, let's say, you know what a queen bee is, right? Of course. Because she's like controls the whole deal, right? She will be the queen T. The queen T. T-E-A. Queen T. Now, who is the queen T on here? You should know. Who spills the most tea? Has for almost a year. Yes, it is Sonia. Miriam Sonia. Queen T. That's Sonia. That's our Sonia. She has a lovely face. Actually, in that particular photo, the red eye. So I mean, but that doesn't matter. I certainly would have put it up. She has, you know, long dark hair. Very, very pretty girl, of course. Um, but I thought, you know, I'll leave that up there and see if anyone notices. Queen T. So I'll have to change her name. I don't know if we can do it or she has to do it. I think I have the power. Iron, if Iron was here, Iron helped set up all of this stuff, and I haven't seen her in forever. Maybe I should send her a little message. Let me see where she is here. God, I haven't chatted with her in a while. I know, I'll go to the other place, the other side of midnight and talk to her, because that's probably where she is. She's at rehearsal, I'm almost certain today. Let's see, dear. Let's put you on Discord. Okay. Oh, Iron. Now, you know what? I'm going to see how she is. All right, that's enough then. We'll see. I'm back. I didn't notice. She's got fruit. She has a nice pear. That's lovely. Pears are juicy fruit, you know. I think. 2 or 3 months has to be immaculate. Yes, I know. Right. Just runs and runs and runs and is lovely, but I purchased this about 1.5 years ago, and this, I always had the big screen. This is the big screen. I need the big screen. Well, you know, it's a big personality, so not really. I do have a laptop I never use. It sits in a closet. It's an HP. Everything else is Mac. I have a Mac this size, an old one, in my closet. So I never use that. Why would you go back slower? Why would you go slow when you could? We're talking now about computers. Connectivity. Don't you start thinking about those of you that are taking a bath now, those of you that are vooing, that woke up with me in your bed with a laptop. We're talking about connectivity, not that kind of connectivity. That's the kind of connectivity that the cup is always ready to jump in and become involved. Well, even if it's just for a fleeting moment. I don't mean the fleet. I don't mean the fleet. I don't mean to say that the fleet, if the fleet is in town. No, it's a fleeting moment. It's a thought. Oh, yeah, nice. I love the cup. She knows I always tease her. And she teases the hell out of me, I got to tell you right now. That's right. She does all the time. Yes. I guess it depends whether you're coming or going. You know, you're going to leave fast, you're going to return slowly, or you're going to leave quickly. Yes. Fun is what we strive for. Fun, fun, fun. We haven't seen. I haven't seen. I did have a nice chat until we were interrupted. I think there were. I think it wouldn't have interrupted the missiles being fired because I was chatting with Claire for a while the other night, and well, we had to finish with our hands. You know. Do you know what I mean? Because we lost the signal. I'm really confused as to why this didn't work. I'm going to try it for a minute. You can hear me well. You can hear me in the well. Let me know if you can see me. It went out. I think it was my connection. Can you see me now? Can you hear me? Anyone? Please say something. Hello, 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 hello. Testing. Testing, 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 testing. I don't know why this isn't working like that. Wow, that was weird. Yeah, wow, that was really something. Test, 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 test. I don't know why. Yeah, I plugged this in, right? And it just took everything out. Damn. Weird. That's weird. And usually I don't have that difficulty. But usually when I get closer, you can hear me better. I mean, you can hear me. It's just louder. Well, I'm not receiving it here on my headphones. But you know what? What is interesting is my platform that I use through. I have a platform that is used. It's called OBS to get me up here, and then I use YouTube, as you know, to live stream from that. You can't do one without the other. So that went out, but the YouTube stayed connected because I was looking, it said still connected. So I just plugged it in and it came back. It's good to know. So if we take a hit in one way or the other, I can just do it. And I apologize for that happening. What is that? What happened to me a lot? I lose my connections. Up, you're back. Is it my connection or yours? It was mine. And this is interesting because Angela and I were I was showing her what happens. I wasn't live. I was showing her what happens when I connect that thing, and it took it out. So I'm not sure why. Okay, wait a minute. How's that? Is that better? Is the sound better there? Hello, Claire, darling. We went out for a blip and I came back. Claire, Claire, Claire. Testing 1, 2, 3. Claire, 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 are you there? Yes, I'm here. Just back from dropping the kids off. Where did you drop them off? School? Yes. Can everyone hear? Can everyone hear, please? My gravelly voice this time. I don't know what the hell is going on. I'm a bit disturbed by it because I use these all the time now. And I don't know why the signal was blocked coming to me. Let's see what it says here. Okay. Let's see what that says. Really, 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 really. No, I don't know why. Hmm. Oh well. I'll play with it later. So long as I can hear you now. Now you can hear me. I don't get any louder getting closer, right? That's kind of weird, but you can hear me. And it's coming through this mic, right? It is. I know it is. It's not coming through the external. I mean, it's not coming through the internal. Do you hear this? No. No, I'm not on a laptop. I'm on my. Let me just check something out. I'm logged in. I'm on that mic. Let me check my sound preferences. You're all messing with me, and actually, okay. It's my mic is the input. Yes, it's all right there, all. Yes, yes, I'm on this. This is the mic you're hearing. So somebody's hearing this because when I click this, it modulates. Another mic is picking me up. Let's see. Another mic. Another mic. Another mic. Let me. I doubt this, but I'm going to do something there. Let me see. See what I can do. Nope, that's been muted over there. The only mic is here. Let me see if I have anything else on the. No, I've got three. I've got this one and some others. Nothing's up. Let me see. Maybe there's something down here that needs to come off. I'll turn that off. I'm just, what is this thing? All right. Now I have a weak signal. I don't know why that is. Turn that off. So, you know, I've got my mic here. So now, can you still hear me, or does it sound like I'm not? You refresh and I'm clear as a bell now. Does it, you can hear this? You hear me clear my throat? I should mute that watch. I'll mute it. See if the mute works. Oh, you'll be gone forever. Poor Angela's had, we don't know what it was. We took her to the doctor yesterday, but I don't catch things. Well, you know, this is just allergies. But one day I'll see all of you. We'll all get together. Wouldn't that be great? Was it yesterday I was talking to, oh yes, no, I was talking to Claire about that the other day. We were discussing where perhaps we could have a meetup and we might be able to do that sometime in the future, and that would be great. Don't catch things. Also, Joe and my buddy Bill got me. He did, but I don't, you know what? I think he showed up in that 2-week period when I had already had my flu shot. I didn't get the flu. It was just whatever the hell he was carrying, and who knows who the hell he's been with. But there was something, you know, that went away, so that's good. I'm happy for that. And then, you know, it manifested itself into something where I needed antibiotics. Craziness. Angela had a temperature and she went in and they gave her prescriptions if she's going to need them. So Yesterday she was doing great. She was feeling terrific. And then she started talking with her peeps. You know, Angela's very active on her with her media stuff and working. And later she took her temperature and spiked again. So I'm muted. Why did you tell me I was muted? Could you hear me? This will answer things. Could you hear me? Because when I mute, and now it's modulating. Modulation, modulation. You were just busting balls, and then I don't know if you weren't listening to me. No. Kathy likes to do that. So she's like, and just like I'm muted. Yes, you are muting. No, I'm not. I'm just faking it. Kathy, you can hear me. I know. And I said that. Oh, that damn. What? Crazy. That will really suffer if something happens. And so, Claire, how is the shopping going? For the children, of course. We're speaking of the children. It's the children's time of year. Why, if you become engaged, you get married, or you lose someone this time of year, it always has, meaning. When you're my age, my advanced age, yes, my age, you would always have relatives who probably passed because, at my age, unfortunately, a lot of people that I know are no longer with us, but there's so many that, chances are someone, passed at some remarkable time. But this is a time of joy and wonderment for children. For people like me, a cynic, it is just a time. Just another time. Just another time. It's no big deal at all. What the are you talking about? It's your anniversary on the 23rd. Oh, that's sweet. That is sweet. That's the date you eloped. I got that in my repertoire also. I've got so much in my repertoire. I mean, you can't even believe it. And we're not talking about, just songs. I whispered that. Okay. There's an art to that. You got to be able to cut the sound. Yes, I like Bryant Park also. I used to go there. And I lived in off West 60th, the Columbus Circle, and they always used to set up this little village of crafts and all where you could buy things. But down at Bryant Park, I love it. The restaurant there at the end of where the ice skating rink is. I used to go there to used to look out the window from. I had a a production, the people that do my photos for me, not the photographers, but the people that would manufacture them were down there too. Yeah, now you can do them all yourself at home. Carrie won't let me in between his legs. This is not fair. No, you see, a fair is where there's funnel cakes and there's, kids with snow cones and rides. Oh, well, there you go. Happy anniversary, Claire. Absolutely. On the 23rd. 23. I want to visit Manchester because as I mentioned to Claire, and many of you may or may not know, when Angela and I were in that dreadful film, the what was it? Some age gap love thing. They came over from the UK and filmed us, and they were from Manchester. It was so funny. In my car, and they're going to drive. Their rental car, and they have the equipment on, and we're going to drive somewhere. And I noticed before we're out of my neighborhood, the guy driving is used to driving in, on the other side. So he was so close. I was afraid he was going to hit. He was going so slow through the neighborhood. I thought he was going to take a mailbox out. And I said to him, "Hey, how would you like me to drive? We're going quite a ways." And he said, "Really? Oh, that'd be great." I said, "Please, guess you're going to get us killed." The cup. I'm sure you will find a way. I love you and mean with all true love and respect. Bite me. Wow, that seems like a rather enjoyable thing. I don't know who that's directed at, but Oh, really? How did you elope? I mean, elope is, would you leave in the night? Did he put a ladder up to the window? How'd that happen? Did you leave the house? I have no idea. Me, baby. Me. What did I say that required you to say, "Oh, bite me"? You said Kerry won't let me in between his legs. This is not fair. And I explained what a fair was. I mean, street fair or. Oh, you were not living with your parents and you eloped from where you were living. I see. So tell me, I stopped living with my parents when I was 18. My era, era. Those people my age always wanted to get out of the house as soon as possible, or even before if you could. Your generation is not so, but in your case, I mean, completely understand it, dear. I knew what you meant. Of course I did, you minx, you vixen, you cup. All right. You weren't living with your parents, Sam. You knew what I meant. Yes, I did. We just went to Gretna Green and eloped. That's in Scotland. I don't know if I've been to Gretna Green. I've been to Glasgow, Edinburgh, Portsmouth, that's England. I'm like Joe Biden. I don't know where I am. That's so nice here in Iowa. He's standing in Ohio. Okay. I guess it's easy when you're stumping, you know, as they call it. You're going from one place to another. Gretna Green. That sounds lovely. There used to be a place in New York City in the park. Tavern on the Green. I've been there, but I think they took it down, or it's something else now. Oh, so next today, again, he'll say to me, "Have you played golf since you last?" No, I have not. Every time he goes, I say, "Well, how much longer?" I mean, I know how much longer. It's like forever. Oh, it has a long history of people eloping. So there are justices of the peace. I don't know. Justice of the peace and, or what? I know you didn't get married in a church. No, I'm glad that you. So tell me then. So you were living away from your parents and you eloped, you got married, and did you immediately start living with your husband? Or did you both live at your place? When did they discover this? Please do tell. We want to know everything. Who is a big white wedding person? Oh, you mean wedding dress. Okay. Yes, I've done that too. I've done it all. Big church, little church, Las Vegas chapels, islands in the Caribbean. Tea time, Claire. That's right. Lay it on us, baby. Pour it on it. Tea on me. Please, tea on me. Tea on me when I'm not strong. Carry on. Okay. I met him after I was thrown out. Is that about the same time you met that couple in that restaurant you were a waitress at? I mean, I'm just trying to get, information here. I'm glad we're only a few seconds behind, but we can talk amongst ourselves and wait for Claire to compose her story. Hey, Carrie, you're right, brother. Always alert. He's right there all the time. Carrie and I'll be fast friends. I tell you that right now. I know that already. We are already without it. And that girl of his is fine as frog's hair. That's quite a tall compliment from the South, I'm not from the South, but I know it is. Okay. Yes. But they threw you out. So when you were living in Paris, you met your husband. Is this not the forum for this? You can tell me that. It's interesting to everyone. I mean, first of all, it's not only erotic, it's exotic because, to those of us that live here and have never gone anywhere, well, I have, but, maybe it's cool, Oh, you ran away to Paris. How romantic. You met your man and eloped. I mean, you were just having a wonderful time. Then you made up when I was 17. You made up with your parents. Okay. Then we fell out when I was 18 and I left for good. They could just not, they could not, like herding cats. They couldn't do it with you. You were just, you had your mind and you knew what you wanted. And by the way, I mean, that's how all of this started, you see, because there's absolutely nothing wrong with being in love with or even liking people who are older or younger than you. You know, I mean, let's get real here. Well, we could do that movie. I hope there's a part for me in it. You're going to say, you can play my despicable dad. How could I do? I could play the role. You get your butt back in this house, girl. You get your tidy little ass. You get your beautiful butt back in. No. You bumped into each other on a tram in Manchester. Wow. Was there a come hither look? Bumped into one another. Hello. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, excuse me. No, it's quite all right, really. Oh, aren't you a fetching lass? Fetching? What do you mean? You weren't looking for a long term, but you were looking. You were always looking. It's okay to touch, but don't look. No, wait, it's okay to look, but don't touch. I always had trouble with that. Man, those old cliches, I just kind of messed me up many times. Why, it's okay to touch, just don't look. Well, excuse me, but how am I supposed to feel my way around and see, and what was it? Oh, really? That's hilarious. You're with someone who used to dye their hair. Oh my goodness, how old is he? Or how about this one? That would be something like, yes, I know that my man's photo's right next to my dad in his high school yearbook. Right next to my dad in his high school yearbook. Okay. Thank you, Claire. Thanks for the introspection. Yes, that's good. It's good to know that things did work out for you, obviously, amazingly well. And, it's kind of like you can, by your actions, it's sort of like, oh, stick a sock in it, mommy, because you did it on your own. And we're proud of you. And we love you. So don't ever think, if you're ever in a low point, ever, you reach out to me. But you aren't. You're in a great space. You are in a great space. A great, on the map it's like this, but I mean, I know it's a great space. You're not boring me, sweetheart. You want to know where I lived first. I think if you don't mind, your place. New home, bought together. Okay, where I lived first. First time bought a house was in a townhouse in 1970 something. Had a lot of houses, a lot of cars, a lot of things. But so where you first lived? Oh, my home. Um, across the line from DC when I was born, and then moved to a place in where that was at College Park, Maryland, where the University of Maryland is, and then moved to Silver Spring, Maryland. This is all with my parents, and then I was gone, and I've been all over the place. Before I went to New York, I was living in Georgetown in Washington D.C. Went to New York City, lived at Columbus Circle, and I started acting up there. Always acted as a kid, but acting up there, doing things. My ex and I split up. She went to Chicago. I stayed in New York for a few years. And then I moved here. But there were plenty of moves along the way. There's a big void there. Plenty of moves. All over the place. Originally from Maryland, I guess you would say. But I call Washington, D.C. my home. It's where I've lived. Apartments, house in Washington, D.C. Or Chevy Chase, Maryland, right on the... I guess I'm thinking up all these different places I've lived. Well, let's see how many nights it would be. Let's see. Really? House, and when we got married, we sold that and we moved into a house together. There you go. I've had apartments by myself and this house, but I've always been usually with someone, right? Imagine that. But I like that. Claire has that storybook with a couple bumps in the road with the parents. But now while they're in the picture, they're out of it, and they continue to do what they do. When I lived in D.C., I lived in D.C. and I've lived in Reston, Virginia. I've lived in Alexandria, Virginia. I've lived in Washington, D.C., 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different places. So, I had a place at the shore down in Baltimore. They say down the ocean in Delaware. Actually, right on the border of Maryland and Delaware, Fenwick Island. Had a place there once, and let's see. So 3, 4 different apartments in New York City. I'll say one. My ex and I were in a 2-bedroom, and then she left. I moved to a very nice 1-bedroom. I mean, with a gallery, hallway, and all that kind of stuff. Same building. And then I got another 1-bedroom in the same building. I was trying to downsize, getting cheaper and cheaper because they're so expensive. And my last one was a studio that I loved. It was tiny. It was great. If I have some photos, I'll show you. I love that place. I mean, it was set up perfectly. And it was neat as a pin when I left, and I arrived back, it was that way. I'll show you pictures if I can dig them up, but they're on the other computer. And when I was moving to Florida, I was selling everything, so I put it on Craigslist or whatever. And a guy came in from another country, came in and he said, okay, I like this. I was selling, I don't know, a sofa or something. And I had all pretty nice things, you know. And he said, well, you know, I like that. And what about that? I said, everything here. He said, okay, let's make a price on everything. Oh, man, that was perfect. It was almost like, oh my God, I had it like a week and a half before I was going to move. It took it all out. Is it? Well, you know, people now in the States are renting now much longer than buying. The upside used to be more upside to owning. Used to be more upside to doing business than there used to be. You used to be able to write everything off. It's just different. Diverticulosis. I'm not unfamiliar with that. There's a little bit of information. But I always know what to eat and what not to eat. And we are having the diverticulitis. When I first had a diverticulitis attack, I mean, I used to eat red meat my whole life. I mean, I had no idea what was happening to me. I mean, it was just like, ah. And now I know, and it's no big deal. Best thing for it for me. And I've always consumed black coffee. I used to think that you would have an attack if you ate too much popcorn. Well, that's been disproven. It's really easy to negotiate. That's nothing, really. I mean, I know some people suffer more than I do from it, but if I overdo it, I would feel it. But it's usually, I mean, it's been months for me because I'm fairly careful about that. I know he was talking, or he must have been talking to your mom about it, but I'm familiar with it. Very familiar with it. Years of red meat and stuff, you know. Yeah. Yeah, it's not that, I mean, it's easy to negotiate. At least for me, it's not an issue. I mean, I didn't even remember it until, you know, I just read it there. I said, hey, I know about that. So, you know, it's always something somewhere. Just when you think you're right, you're doing everything perfect and, you know, you think you're doing it, but who knows? Who knows what evil lurks in the hearts and minds of men? The shadow knows. Yeah, of course it will. It could, and you know, I researched it right away and knew what it was. Only because a friend of mine, uh, who is a reformed drinker now, but I mean, big time drinker, but he said to me once years ago, he said, Joe, if you're ever, I didn't even know I had this. I said, what happened? He says, and it was from peanuts and peanuts he would eat, you know, he's drinking it. And so when that happened to me, I was like, God. And then I did a little research. And yep, I went to the doctor. Yep, that's what it is. And do this, do that, you'll be fine. It's not uncommon, actually. Especially in my age group where people just, you know, have overdone it. I was very much into exercise for years. I mean, 5, 6, 7 miles a day. Maybe I'd take a day off running. And, I just eat whatever I want. My weight was always down. I was just, boom. I mean, it was great. But then, well, I got tired of doing it. So that's when things will happen. But I think, and Angela also does that, because I've had so many years of exercise, that even though I'm out of shape now, to me, way out, it has sustained me, because because the body, you know, it just doesn't all break down. Muscle memory, maybe. Yep, I can see why that would land you in the hospital. I thought, it was awful. I'll never forget where it occurred. And Angela, we were at a fair, the type of fair where and the, she and her family, her sister, I think, brothers and family, they were watching. There was a demolition derby, and I wasn't feeling on, so I go over to the bathroom, and I was like and I was okay, and then I came out. I was doubling over in pain, and she's like, "Where are you? Get over here! Get over here!" And I'm like, so then she learned about it. So exercise, sex is exercise. It is. Wow, Pokemon Go, you're into that too? My goodness, Angela still does that stuff. I mean, what, don't you kids grow up? She gets so mad at me. So we're in a park there, and I see a buddy of mine. I say, "So what are you doing over here?" He says, his wife, she does this Pokemon. I said, "What?" Yeah, I know. Kids started doing it. She has to do it now. I said, "Do you do it?" He says, "I don't give a shit." That's hilarious. Angela would say to me, "Here's what I don't like. If you're ever riding in a car with me, okay, and I'm driving, and we're just driving, don't go, 'Oh my God!' Because that freaks me. It's like, I think something major is wrong. So we're driving along there. 'Oh my God!' What? What's wrong? I miss that Pokemon." I won't talk to you the rest of the way. It's just, what is the matter with you? Are you insane? Is Delilah in the house? Hey, you're driving in traffic now, and I'm excited because I filmed tonight, and you're more being featured. Great. I tried to connect with you, but you were maybe filming last night or something, or you were otherwise occupied. Oh, I just went through that. I'm more like a bah humbug. It's great for children, I guess, but I'm really not. It's the holiday season, and whoop-de-doo and dickory-dock. I'm just going to stay here and play with my clock. So here's the deal. I think Christmas is for the children. I mean, if you are becoming engaged or something, that's a big memory for you. But I'm not a Christmas, really. I mean, now my son always had wonderful Christmases, so he has fond memories. And that was important. I have a tree I have Christmas lights on it. Many of you know it's a palm tree year round, so that's it. If there are any presents, we put them there. Yes, I figured you're with Steve. I know, darling. I got your message. I got your message, love. But I wanted to talk to you about your film experience. and how wonderful it is. I know it can't talk. I got you. Um, so we'll do that, okay? You can maybe, are you busy this afternoon? Are you tonight? I don't know. And what is your brother's name? Kathy? No, I don't mean it's his name, Kathy, because that'd be kind of weird. His sister's Kathy and he's Kathy. That'd be two Kathys. What is, you are not that crazy. I know you're nuts, but, oh, sorry. I digress. What is his name? You get time off. That's good, Claire. That's good. Who's ready to get turned up? Tuned up, turned up? Are you driving, trying to type? Yes, that's great if your family's around. And Chris is there. Hello, Chris. It's so good to meet you. Your sister is, well, she is charming to say the least. Beautiful. And Carrie's a lucky man. And you'll admit, Carrie's a pretty cool guy. I don't know you, Chris, but you probably fit right in there too. So remember, it's the holiday season. I'll give you my address and tons of money. Thank you. His name is Kathy's brother. I know about filming all night. I've done it many times, Delilah. Many, many times. I was a ballroom dancer all night. Started at 10 p.m. and we wrapped at 6 a.m. It was nauseating. Okay. I don't know. I have to get my body in Speedo shape. Little is kitten and proud. I finally made it to one. Well, we're glad you're here. The little is kitten and proud. I mean, there's so many things you can go. There's songs in there and everything. But Kathy sometimes considers herself the littlest kitten and proud, but she uses other words in there. Just saying. You know what I mean, Carrie. Chris, you got my drift, right? 3 p.m. until 5 a.m. Yes, it'd be something if you were on your feet that whole time. How long are you in holding? Do they keep you in holding? Yeah, I know. Oh, yeah. For 10 p.m. when I started dancing, we had to be there at like 4:30 in the afternoon. Set up. Well, you're 10 minutes away right now. All right. Well, drive carefully now. Don't be texting and driving. Where are you filming? Are you what town are you filming in? Santa Monica. Let's see. I love Santa Monica. Santa Monica. Where's Elizabeth? Is she still around? What is she doing? She just bopped in and out. Kathy the Cup Jablonski. I love the camera and I'm free to chat. I know you love the camera, of course. it's a wonderful experience for you to do all of that. And I would encourage anyone who wants to be an actor is to get yourself on a set. Sherman Oaks, California. Lovely. Is it interior or exterior? I once filmed a soap opera, yeah, but that was all indoors. I was doing a television show. We went from one venue indoors. We were all day filming. Venue indoors, another venue indoors, outside, and finished outside, and it was 30 degrees about 1 a.m. in the morning, and it was exhausting. I learned quickly not to book 2 gigs back to back, especially when they couldn't tell you when. They're forever keeping you waiting, keeping you do this, that, and you wait and wait and wait and wait till you're seen. They want you there because they don't want to have to look for you. And that's pretty cool. Some action work for you. Yes, that is maybe you become a stunt woman. You want to be in shape for that. And depends on how easily you bruise. The cup. You have kitten collars because you're so tiny. You're a little now. Okay, well, I'm a little bit country and a little bit rock and roll. A little bit of Memphis and Nashville with a little bit of Motown in my soul. Last film I was in where we had some action, the neighbors called the police. We had the police show up, 3 squad cars, guns pulled out. Dude, what? We're filming over here. It's a big farm. Yeah. People on the other side heard Angela screaming in that one. Angela has one of those great, she could do just screams. And there are people that just do that, by the way, voiceovers. They want the screams. You can just click on listen to the screams. Okay, have her come over. So much easier today. Everything online. I need a screamer. Not what you think, Kathy. But yeah, that, sort of. That's how you can tell the head nurse at a hospital. Her knees are dirty on her white pants. Okay, yes, you wouldn't want to do, Claire, you would not want to do stunts. When I was doing a film in LA and the girl that did the stunt, very nice girl, but she got the kicked out of her. And she had all these, she had the padding, everything. I have a friend of mine who I witnessed, he was set on fire. We did a film. He's set on fire. I was in that scene. I had to do the body, but he was on fire and he was saying, he went out, he was rolling and tumbling around. And then he's got about 20 seconds and then we're blowing putting the extinguisher on him. And he says, yeah, he takes the thing off. He said, yeah, you can see it gets hot there, like little red marks on his. Oh, are you kidding me? I wouldn't do that for nothing. They make good money, but you know, it's ridiculous. Little. Oh, daddy, little girl. Mm-hmm. I sometimes think my partner, I just use this to get past his age. Ah, I see. Oh, well, that's quite all right. Are you a member of May December Society? You should be. May December Society.com. Age gap relationship. You know about it. You would know about us if you're in that relationship. Littlest kitten and proud. Does Carrie wear a collar? Or does he just hold the leash? So many of you are 27 years old. It must be something happening. Man, I wish I was 57. Always know where your bruises come from. I don't know if you would really know where they come from. It depends on the throws, you know what I'm saying? You can assume they come from there. In my house, you would think you had handcuffs on or something. Okay. I'm 22, he's 25. Littlest kitten and proud. Ah, and you play. That's an interesting one. But, hey, that's great. It's still an age gap. We welcome you to the community. Working in a kitchen, I never really know. You know what I'm liking? We have had many new people who show up here, and we're just YouTube. I received a text from a person who used to follow us on Twitch, and she didn't know what had happened. So I informed her, and she was appreciative, and so I expect she will be around soon. And that's pretty cool that we were missed from someone at Twitch. So if you have a Twitch, we're here to fix it. Yes, well, that's good. Know that you're a member. Yeah, cool. You know, we have single people who are members who are just fans of the idea and never experienced it. So everyone's welcome there, right? But we're glad you are here, and we're glad you're in a relationship and you're happy. That is the reason why we exist, because that happiness has nothing to do with age. Okay? You may be happier with someone older, younger, it doesn't matter, but it's inside. If you are a happy person, then you've come to the right place. Plenty of support here. And there, and everywhere. Oh, and if you would like to be a thumb girl, a Joe Daddy's thumb girl, because I am Joe Daddy, send a photograph, and hopefully a small one, well, not a giant one, but to maydecembersociety@gmail.com, or on our Discord. If you are a Discord person, someone please put up the Discord address so she can join. And Instagram, I can take the photo off Instagram as well, so do that. Thank you. There you go, there's a Discord. We are a well-oiled machine. So littlest kitten and proud. LKMP. Well, I wonder what that word. LKMP. Let's kiss and play. Boom, done. Okay. Ages is a number. Yeah, please be. We're happy that you were here. And I'm glad that you are involved with us and in your relationship. We're a very loving, very touchy-feely group here. I was thinking of a stand-up recently, doing some stand-up. Someday, I think I would do it because my family life has been so interesting and varied over the years, especially being raised Italian and learning that you're Irish only, with some other stuff mixed in. But so that's a whole different story. You all know about that. But it's funny being raised Catholic, and I am not now, but I can't get away from how I was raised, and I went to parochial school, Catholic school. And I was thinking about my grade school the other day. I don't know why. and we were taught by nuns and by priests. The priests were like, oh, the authority, and the nuns were like subservient teachers. And, well, father's coming to the school, and they were right there. The church was attached to the school, and across was the rectory where the priests lived. And next to it, this is good, and I just thought how funny it is. How odd, you may hear this in a stand-up I do someday, but it's new material. How odd for a little child to have to go over and meet the priest. Where are we meeting him today, sister? Feely Hall. It was named after our father Feely. So given the climate today, for little children to be going over to meet a priest in Feely Hall seems a bit odd, doesn't it? Ah, that's lovely. Delilah, I live vicariously through Delilah. Spilling the tea about work, and it looked like a dissertation. Well, you, my dear, can go on and on about that. It's okay. You should vent. Get it out. And yes, Delilah, that's right. Well, it goes without saying, of course. From a nutbuster, from one nutbuster to another, we are in the hands of two great nutbusters here today. Kathy the Cup and Claire. Claire. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Okay, yeah. She's telling us about her time in LA. It's so nice. I know. Why, I'll come out to LA and you won't have time for me. Yes, Feely Hall. Unbelievable. It never dawned on me. I have to check with Bill, my friend Bill, who we met each other in the second grade. I want to see if he ever went into Feely Hall for any other reason. Knowing him, he wouldn't say anything. I don't know if he would anyway. I would have said, man, get your... Okay. When the lights go out, it is high noon. I've got a neck cracking ceremony today. I'm sure there's never any complaints. Are you kidding me? Of course not, Claire. It's meant as a compliment to you, Delilah. I would say, I know where you are in the acting career. I would not I think it's wonderful. Like I tell Angela, I would not want to go back through that part, but you have to do it. You got to pay dues in that business. You got to pay dues. You mean how I didn't have time for you? I had time for you. I went out and had lunch with you when I was very sick, ill, if you remember, and took the time. And I'm glad that you took the time away from Stephen to have lunch with me. Yes, yes, yes. So, I'm going to call it here. I'm going to have to head out. But listen, on Friday, because it is Wednesday, sometimes I do get confused, It depends on what my supplements say. Today is W. Okay, so I'll take those. You know what I did once? I took all my vitamins. One day I did this. Because I'm I leave it, if I'm replenishing, I replenish all of them. If anyone's familiar with that. So I put them all. I have like 8 to 12. Now I have 8, 9. I take these things. I believe in that stuff. And so I had filled it up again and done the whole thing and said, oh, jeez, I didn't take today's. And I was just like, you just took them a minute ago. Well, they're just supplements. They don't care. You pee them away. It's only what the system can take. The rest is gone. It wasn't narcotics. I don't take any narcotics. Well, no, I don't. No, he does not. He is not a nutcracker. You see, he's an upstanding, he's a good guy now. His wife works there. She's lovely. So, I'm going to go do that in the spirit of Hollywood. And away we go. No, that was Jackie Gleason in Miami Beach, but same difference. So thanks to all of you who are here today. Delilah, I'll be on the phone in a few minutes because I do want to hear. Delilah and I have some acting business to discuss. And thanks so much for being here. I wonder what happened to Saren today. I hope she's all right. And Iron, we haven't seen Iron, but I did send her a message. I'll have to check on Discord. But Tarina was here, a new person. Sarah Welsh-Lassie, exhausted as she is, managed to take a breath and say hello for a moment. She came up for air. Striper, as always, Elizabeth was here. Eve Adams. It's always good to see Eve Adams in Ottawa. And Selena was here in Tennessee, where it was 31 degrees at that time. JMR's desk was here. 31 degrees. All right. Yeah, it's been chilly everywhere. It's not here, folks, but it may rain if you want to feel sad. Tiffany was here. I'm sorry I didn't see Tiffany come in. Tiff, I'm sorry I missed you. Thanks for stopping by. Or if you're in the wings, thanks. When I say the wings, it's like a theater, and you're sitting over here, but you're not, you're just watching. Tap your mic, I did. Claire, so sweet. All right, Striper, Claire, of course, the Cup, Chris and Carrie. The Cup and Chris and Carrie. The Cup and Chris and Carrie, the Cup and Chris and Carrie. No. Carry the cup, Chris. Carry the cup, Chris. It's your mission. Do not let us down. The world depends on you. Carry the cup, Chris. Okay, too much drama. And let's see who else we have here. What is in you? Here, Striper here, Striper, Kathy. Delilah, of course, came in and and spreading some of her personal cheer, which is lovely. And the little kitten and proud. Let's kiss and play. How lovely. Let's kiss and play was here. So everyone, okay, if I missed you, I apologize, and you can yell at me on Friday. Or if you know me well enough, you can send me a text. And if you don't, you can send something to May December Society at gmail.com. Send a photo so that you become a Joe Daddy girl. I'd like to thank the newly named Sonia Queen T. Is her nickname the Queen T? She's the Queen of Tea, like a queen bee. She's the Queen T. We'll see if she likes that. We'll have that done for her. And it was fun as always.